Listener, I was checking the feed and I realized, man, it's been 7 months since I've last released a Black Label to the free feed. I like to do that on occasion because it's a good way to promote the Patreon. So, for this week and next week, you are going to get free Black Label. It's going to be a 2-parter on the Parkland shooting. If you like what you hear and you want more intense coverage, head to patreon.com/Obscura Crime Podcast. I want you to keep in mind, these 2 episodes were only last month's Black Labels. Every month I'm releasing these kinds of episodes. So if you're into the hard stuff, again, patreon.com/Obscura Crime Podcast. And it's a really good time as well, because in the next month or 2, the next white label's coming out. And if you're not aware of what that is, think of it like Super Black Label. They're extra long Black Label episodes that come out quarterly. Anyway, now that I'm done promoting the show, thank you for listening, keep the fire burning, and let's get on with it. Prologue. Setting the table. Listener, long ago I made a statement that I would not cover mass shooters. I felt that it was irresponsible, that these perpetrators were seeking the limelight, and that they shouldn't be given this attention. Now, with Obscura pushing towards a decade old, my views have evolved. I now believe that it's valid to cover these events and these individuals, especially if not painting them as anti-heroes. But what made me come to this conclusion? Well, the mass shooting epidemic isn't exactly slowing down. Year over year, these shootings are up, and these mass shooters are here to stay. On April 20th, 1999, Eric Harris and Dylan Klebold marched into Columbine High School and committed a mass shooting. Some theorize that the pair were neo-Nazis and chose that date to commemorate Hitler's birthday. The pair became a sort of anti-hero duo for those inclined to commit mass shootings, a virus that spread and replicated ad infinitum. That event, the Columbine Massacre, in my opinion, is as consequential as 9/11 and the JFK assassination. Now, listener, you may be saying to yourself, Columbine didn't lead to wars overseas. And while that's true, it has led to a war at home, in our classrooms, our grocery stores, at a church, or while you're enjoying a concert. And as I write this script, there have been 294 mass shootings in the United States this year alone. That's more mass shootings than there are days in the year. Since 2013, there have been 6,228 mass shootings. It makes you wonder why we're afraid of sharks or tornadoes, when our future community devastator could be working on their manifesto right now. Now, listener, I don't want you to view what I'm saying here as reactionary, but I also don't want you to view Black Label or Obscura as a form of catharsis. Stephen King once wrote on horror movies that we watch them to, quote, reestablish our feelings of essential normality. The horror movie is innately conservative, even reactionary. Freda Jackson, as the horrible melting woman in Die Monster Die, confirms for us that no matter how far we may be removed from the beauty of a Robert Redford or a Diana Ross, we are still light years from true ugliness. So, basically, King theorized that people enjoy horror movies as a sort of subconscious escape, that, in reflecting the fears of the current day status quo, be it the atomic bomb reflected in 1950s horror cinema, or racism reflected in Jordan Peele's cultural milestone, Get Out. Horror movies can act as a way to expunge these fears, get it out of our system. But in catharsis comes a cost. It removes the desire to act, or, put simply, to enact change. Unsolved Mysteries and America's Most Wanted came around and scared the daylights out of us. What happened after that? Women stopped climbing into random vehicles to hitchhike, and serial killers started realizing that they weren't smarter than forensics. And that killer, from all those years ago, in hiding, neighbors might spot them mowing their lawn and realize that they saw their picture featured on America's Most Wanted that night. That is all to say that I believe that Black Label is not a show about catharsis. Maybe Obscura sometimes is, but Black Label is about confronting the world for how it is and how it operates. And that, after 7+ years of rolling it over in my mind, I felt that it was hypocritical to not cover the subject of mass shootings. Didn't make sense paired up with all the other cases I have covered. Now, the following information in the episode has been sourced directly from the Florida Department of Law Enforcement, court documents, social media websites, and eyewitness reports. And when I say directly, I mean often read verbatim. This subject is heavy enough that I believe any form of added social commentary is frankly distasteful. I leave that one to the listener. There's going to be graphic audio sourced from audio recorded during the shooting. If that upsets or unnerves you, I understand. We are talking about children here. I'll give ample warning before that starts happening. And no, the way that I'm covering this episode, we're going to jump back and forth out of the timeline, and you're going to hear things sometimes out of order. This episode is meant to be snapshots of a tragedy, but sometimes these snapshots are shuffled up. So if you get a little confused why you're hearing things ahead of time, well, I hope that makes it clear. Now, let's get on with it.
911, what is your emergency?
Yes, there's shots at Stillman Douglas. Somebody's shooting up the school at Stillman Douglas.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you. What's happening?
Somebody's shooting up Marcus Stillman Douglas.
Someone is doing what? Hello? Hello? Hello?
Marcus Stillman Douglas High School is being shot up.
It's being shot up? Are you at the school? I can't hear you. Are you at the school?
Chapter 1. Collective Silence. Many people, through a variety of forums, had knowledge of Nicholas Cruz's concerning behavior that they did not report. Others had knowledge of Cruz concerning behavior that they reported, but that information was not acted on by the person to whom they made the report. Some of the knowledge people gained about Cruz was gleaned from social media posts, and other knowledge was based on personal observations or information they received. At least 30 people had knowledge of troubling behavior Cruz exhibited prior to the Parkland shooting that was not reported, or it was reported but not acted upon. The following reflects the categories of Cruz's unreported behavior known to people before the shooting. Animal cruelty killings. 7. Knife, bullet, firearms seen in Cruz's possession. 19. Statements of hatred towards a group or person. 8. Statements of desire to hurt or kill people. 11. Specific statements to commit mass shootings in school. 3. Take a moment to digest this, listener. 30 people had this knowledge. Nothing was done. Cruz's social media was filled with pictures of him decked out in tactical gear, holding weapons, and making direct threats towards individuals, groups of people, and even schools. His username was Nicholas Annihilator. One photograph features a bullfrog. The frog's stomach is sliced open, almost surgically. its guts in a red glob, piled neatly to the right of the frog. The caption reads, "These things killed my dog, so I kill them pretty." The following is how an acquaintance of Nicholas Cruz described him in an interview. He described Cruz as awkward and said he made bad jokes about Jewish people, Nazis, and Hitler. Cruz would also say things like, "I wish all the Jews were dead." The student also described Cruz as racist towards African Americans. The student knew that Cruz would draw swastikas at lunch and on school desks. Cruz had previously shown him knives and bullets that he had brought to school. The student never informed any school teacher or staff about what he saw. He was polite to Cruz when he did see him, but avoided him if possible. The student described a time that Cruz showed him a firearm at school. Cruz would bring deceased animals to school sometimes, with their heads removed. Cruz would show other students and was proud of the animals he killed. When he was asked to elaborate on not reporting Cruz, the student had this to say, "He showed me the gun, but I didn't want to do anything to report him, 'cause my personal safety. I didn't want to have any beef with him. So I tried to talk him out of this, bro, stop bringing to school this stuff, you can get expelled, you can get in trouble." He acted like he listened to me, but from inside, he was just doing whatever he wanted. The student never reported any of his knowledge or concern about Cruz to anyone prior to the shooting.
It's truly disturbing video of the Valentine's Day suspect wielding a BB gun in his backyard. Nicholas Cruz can be seen methodically firing off practice rounds. He is shirtless and wears just boxer shorts and a Make America Great Again cap. After firing at buckets and bottles, he tucks the gun into his waistband and heads inside. A neighbor took the video last October. He says Cruz even pointed the gun at his window. This is the house where Cruz grew up. The neighborhood is called Pine Tree Estates.
He stuck out like a sore thumb, and people feared him.
Police were called to the Cruz home 39 times over 7 years for a variety of issues: mentally ill person, child elderly abuse, domestic disturbance, and missing person.
His face looked very blank, his eyes looked cold.
He allegedly pelted neighbors' cars with eggs, shot at rodents and chickens with a BB gun, scooped fish from a neighbor's pond, and set his dog on a neighbor's piglets.
All I remember thinking was, oh, that's the last kid I want to have a gun. That was my honest thought was, well, why does he have a gun?
A lifetime of red flags, leaving everyone asking, could the massacre have been prevented?
He was definitely on a downward spiral.
A bank employee described hearing Nicholas Cruz screaming at his adoptive mother, Linda Cruz, while talking with her on the telephone. The witness heard Nicholas Cruz threaten to kill Linda Cruz and burn the house down. He repeatedly told Linda Cruz to kill herself, but if she won't, he will do it for her and burn the house down with her so he can watch her burn. He further stated that then no one will be able to stop him from what he needs to do. Cruz stated things to the effect that with Linda gone, he would be able to do whatever he wanted. The bank employee knew that Nicholas had directed Linda Cruz to kill herself, or that he would kill her. The witness heard much of what he described while Linda Cruz was physically present in the bank. Linda Cruz would use the speaker function on her cell phone, and she would hear firsthand the conversations between Linda and Nicholas. On one occasion, she heard Nicholas Cruz scream on the phone because Linda would not go to the grocery store. She also detailed an instance when Linda Cruz had $7,000 removed from her online banking account. The witness saw Nicholas Cruz in person approximately twice. Linda Cruz told the banker that Nicholas Cruz was both verbally and physically abusive to her. She noticed bruises on Linda's wrist. Linda Cruz stated that Nicholas had tried to get her purse and they physically fought over it. Linda Cruz said that she did not want Nicholas Cruz with her anymore once he was 18 years old, but she was in fear for what that would mean for other people. She also told the banker that if anything happens to me, you know it was Nick. Linda Cruz made the bank teller promise that if anything happened to her, that she would tell them it was Nicholas. Linda described Cruz's behavior as secretive. When she inquired, it would escalate. so she stopped asking. Linda Cruz tried to hide the Wi-Fi access at home because she was concerned about the internet activity. Linda searched Cruz's history and learned that he had searched for weapons. Nicholas told Linda he was going to blow up the school. Linda also told the witness that Nicholas had been kicked out of school, but it was not because of being bullied. It was because he threatened people. Linda noticed the Wi-Fi and tried to hide it, but somehow he reset it to use his computer. The witness was told by Linda Cruz that if she tried to enter Nicholas Cruz's bedroom, he would scream at her. She found knives in his room, but no firearms. Linda complained that Nicholas would intentionally leave food out to attract bugs, to make her life miserable. He would say, "Get off your fat ass and clean it, or kill yourself, so that way we can all be happier." The banker asked Linda about police involvement or mental health to try to help her. Linda Cruz told her that Nicholas was very good at making people think that he doesn't know what he is doing. Linda Cruz was adamant that Nicholas Cruz knew exactly what he is doing, but played people into thinking that he had a horrible life and he was bullied and was depressed, but that was not the case. The impression she had was that Nicholas was highly manipulative. Linda Cruz had visited the branch shortly before her death in November of 2017. She looked upset, and the banker asked why she didn't just kick Nicholas out of the house, to which Linda replied, "I don't know what he's going to do." The witness described Linda Cruz as living in fear every day because Nicholas would threaten her daily. She further described the conversation when Nicholas was threatening to burn the house down, and Nicholas said, "They will really know me soon. Don't worry, they'll see." Linda Cruz told the witness that Nicholas had been kicked out of the school because he said he was going to go there and blow all these people away. She described his language as extremely racist. Nicholas Cruz had said something to the effect, "It doesn't matter, they're going to think I'm crazy anyway." Linda Cruz told the bank employee, very seriously, that her adoptive son was evil. A short time after Linda died of pneumonia, Nicholas Cruz was in the branch with a female guardian and Linda's debit card. He provided the card to the bank employee. He had no emotion and said he wanted to know how to get the funds from that account. He asked how long it was going to take because he had things to do. The bank employee was struck by how empty and disaffected Cruz seemed. This wasn't mourning. It wasn't even anger. It was beyond apathy. It was a void of feeling. The bank employee never reported any of this information to anyone, not even to her fellow employees. She reflected on the information in silence.
And head of his brother before, so it's not the first time. And he did that to his mom. His mom died.
Okay, you're listening right there to the new 911 call a woman made about the suspected school shooter in Parkland. The call's from back in November. We're just hearing it now. Nicholas Cruz and his brother were staying with Roxanne Deschamps after their mother died. She said she called 911 after her son threw Cruz out of the house for punching things. While she was on the phone, Cruz also called 911. Here's that call.
I kind of got mad and I started punching walls and stuff. And then a kid came at me and threw me on the ground. And he started attacking me and he kicked me out of the house. And he said he was going to gut me.
Well, that confrontation ended with Cruz hugging Deschamps' son and the family then asking deputies not to arrest Cruz.
Chapter 2. Strange. Nicholas Cruz's mother abused drugs and alcohol while she was pregnant. In fact, she was arrested for crack cocaine while still pregnant with him. Born on September 24th, 1998, Cruz was riddled with health issues, both mentally and physically. Cruz was developmentally impaired when it came to speech as a child. He struggled in school due to a learning disability. His biological mother, Brenda Woodward, is a career criminal, with arrests that range from domestic violence, drug charges, and beating someone nearly to death with a tire iron. This is all to say that Nicholas Cruz did not win the genetic lottery. Cruz's biological half-sister is also a career criminal. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree, listener. Roger and Linda Cruz adopted Nicholas from an orphanage, and they soon adopted his half-brother Zachary as well, when they were just babies. While Zachary was Nicholas's half-brother, they weren't biologically related. Linda always wanted children, but she had suffered many miscarriages, something that weighed heavy on her mind. Now, having adopted 2 children, Linda would dote on them, loving the 2 boys as if they were her own. But the peace wouldn't last for long. At 5 or 6 years old, the information is conflicting. Cruz witnessed the death of his adoptive father. Strangely, after watching Roger die of a heart attack, Nicholas ran around the house, repeating the same phrase, "Daddy's dead, Daddy is dead, Daddy's dead," tears streaming from the child's eyes. Soon after Cruz's adoptive father died, the tantrums came. The behavior problems skyrocketed. No matter how much love and patience Linda gave little Nicholas, it was returned with aggression. Cruz was diagnosed with attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, an oppositional defiant disorder. During one 3-year stint, he was transferred to 6 different schools. At one point, Nicholas was caught sexually molesting a girl his age, something at the time that was explained away as touching inappropriately. Zachary, though he loved his older brother, grew to fear him, and he and his friends didn't want to be around Nicholas. This created an environment where Cruz found himself increasingly ostracized from social groups, even bullied, not only making him lonely, but increasingly strange and unable to relate to his peers. Nicholas Cruz still experienced PTSD from his adoptive father, dying in front of him. It is suggested that he quickly became obsessed with death after. By his teen years, Cruz was a fountain of knowledge when it came to modern wars and terror events, and of course, mass shootings. The following audio was recorded 3 days before Nicholas Cruz perpetuated the Parkland High School shooting.
Hello, my name is Nick, and I'm going to be the next school shooter of 2018. My goal is at least 20 people with an AR-15 and a couple tracer rounds. I think I can get done. Location is Stone Douglas in Parkland, Florida. It's going to be a big event. And when you see me on the news, you'll all know who I am. You're all going to die. Pew, 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 pew. Yeah. Can't wait. Today is the day that it all begins. The day of my massacre shall begin. All the kids in school will run in fear and hide. From the wrath of my power, they will know who I am. I am nothing, I am no one. My life is nothing and meaningless. Everything that I hold dear, I let go beyond your half. Every day I see the world ending another day. I live a lone life, live in seclusion and solitude. I hate everyone and everything. With the power of my AR, you will all know who I am. I had enough of being told what to do and when to do. I had enough of telling me that I'm an idiot and a dumbass. But in real life, you're all the dumbass. You're all stupid and brainwashed by these political government programs. You will all see, you will all know who my name is. My love for you, Angie, will never go away. I hope to see you in the afterlife. When one day or another, you will end and we'll all die. Alright, so here's the plan. I'm gonna go take an Uber in the afternoon before 2:40. From there, I'll go onto school campus, walk up the stairs, unload my bags, and get my AR and shoot people down at the main courtyard. Await, and people will die.
Obscura is supported by Incogni. Listener, do you know how easy it is for someone to access your information? Let me ask you something. When is the last time you plugged your name into a search engine? You might be surprised by what turns up, and I know I was. The disturbing conclusion I came to, that there was far more of my information available from a quick search that I'm comfortable with. You see, our data is bought and sold before we even understand why. We were giving away our email address and phone numbers to every store or website that asked. These data brokers aggregate your personal information, including your names and aliases, social security number, login credentials, home address, location history, online activity, and much, much more. All of this is available for purchase by businesses and can fall into the hands of criminals. And that there is the problem. The number of victims in these data breaches have skyrocketed, jumping up by 41% since 2021. Just as an example, you ever get slammed by spam robocalls? Well, now you know why. The good news is that you have the right to protect your privacy and request data brokers delete the information they hold about you. The bad news is that it would take you years to do it manually, just once, and you need to repeat the process every few months as data brokers continue collecting your data and creating new records. That's where Incogni comes in. They're here to do the heavy lifting and give you a way to regain control of your data. Head over to Incogni.com and see what I mean. That's INCOGNI.com, Incogni.com. Throughout this period, there was one constant in Nicholas Cruz's life. When even his mother stopped believing in him, there was his younger brother, Zachary, who knew how Nicholas was, how he behaved, and still found it in his heart to love his brother. And it was Zachary, ultimately, who broke through in an interrogation room months after their adoptive mother died, and shortly after Nicholas Cruz killed 17 people and injured 17 more. We're going to jump ahead before jumping back in time again. The following is the only audio I'm going to play from that interrogation. Frankly, I find most of the interrogation audio uninteresting, despite how much has been made of it. This is the only bit of sympathetic audio I will play towards Cruz. I'm getting it out of the way here before we get into the graphic stuff. What I find the most interesting about this clip is how Zachary was able to break through the persona that Nicholas Cruz had built up, who even tried to laugh at first during their conversation.
Alright, I did talk to Zach, he's right here. Okay, listen up though. If you want to talk to Zach because of some of the things you said, I'm going to have to sit in the room. I'm not going to talk to you, I'm not going to ask you any questions, but I can't leave you two alone because some of the things you said about harming yourself.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk to Zach?
Yes.
Okay, Zach, have a seat. And again, I'm not saying anything at all. So.
What do you think Mom would think right now? She would cry. She would cry. You're people think you're a monster now. A monster? You don't have anything. You're not acting like yourself. Like, why? Like, this is not who you are. Like, come on. Why did you do this? Don't even laugh at me. Dude, this is... I tried it. What happened to your Instagram? I tried to text you, like, literally a couple of days ago, because I had this bad feeling in my heart. What happened to your Instagram? Why did you text me? Or what happened to it? Why did you stop with your social media? People. Even people, dude, is irrelevant people. What? Who? Tell me exactly who. Who made you delete your Instagram? Who? People. What people? Just people. Do you think this is not even a game? You're not gonna wake up and be out of here. I know. You remember when we were in the hospital and I told you I had your back? Remember when Mom died? Remember we were walking down the hallway and I told you? You don't remember. You probably don't because you just did some fucked up shit. I told you when we were walking down the hallway, that's just me and you and I had your back. Alright, I know you probably feel like you have nobody, but I care about you. I literally would pour my heart out for you. I know I make it seem like I didn't care about you at all. I know I made it seem like when we were growing up that I hated you, I didn't like you. But truth is, I just didn't want to look like I didn't want to look weak. I love you with all my heart. Like, I will tell you, I'm telling you right now, I love you. Alright, I know what you did today. Other people look at me like I'm crazy for even And I don't care what other people think. Like, you're my brother. I love you. I want you to. You can't. Well, how you? Can I hug him?
Yeah. As long as you.
I mean, dude, I love you too, bro. I know what you've gone through, bro. That's okay, bro. I know how you grow up. I know exactly. People don't understand you, but I understand you. Yeah, I don't. You don't know what you want to do with your life. You didn't know what you wanted to do with your life.
Zachary Cruz, one of the great examples of empathy and willpower, stands up to hug his brother as he breaks down and cries. For the interrogator, this is exactly what they were looking for, as they had spent hours trying to break through, but gotten nowhere. In this moment, when confronted by his brother's love, Cruz has nowhere to run.
How do you not know what you want to do with your life? You talk about the army.
I know.
You talk about... I think that's really it. I mean, you never really told me about what you want to do with your whole life. You couldn't... Why would you jeopardize that? Like, you can't even own a gun now. You can't even... I mean, it's not even about the gun. I don't know why I'm talking about that. You're only 19, dude. Do you know how many years you had ahead of you? You know how many years you had? Years! You're still stuck in your teenage mindset and you did this dumb shit. You're not thinking about your future.
I still care for you.
What? I still love you.
Still love you too.
Bro, like, I mean, I wish I could have prevented this. Because I feel like this is a big part of, like, my fault also. Because, you know, we grew up together. Like, I know I was the nicest to you. I know I probably made you feel like shit. And you told me that, I'm pretty sure that you told me that I made you want to kill yourself or something. And I'm sorry that I grew up being a dumb jerk to you and made fun of you and didn't want you to hang out with my friends even though there's nothing wrong. Like, I think about it, like, I don't know, man. I don't even know how to talk right now.
There were reports then, during their adolescence, as Zachary and his friends became estranged from Nicholas, they had bullied him. It wasn't until it was too late that Zachary let his older brother back into his life. By then, Nicholas Cruz had already made up his mind.
Can't even see Kobe anymore, or Maisie. And that's what he would text me. You'd be like, "Oh, how are Kobe? How amazing? They're good." Like, dude, you had me, though. I swear, like, I even cried, dude. I think I've thought about, like, you killing yourself, and I cry about it. And by myself, I think, damn, like, this kid, like, if he killed himself, like, I'd feel like shit, because this is my brother, like, I love him.
I'm a failure, dude.
I mean...
There's no question about it.
Nah, dude, you're lost. You're not in your head, like, you're not with yourself. I feel like you're caught up in something in your head. You're not right in the head, that's for sure. You're not right in the head. Even though we chilled and, like, I've understood you, and, like, you remember those days when we go to the pool?
Yeah.
And we talk going there and walking back about crazy shit. Like, I liked hanging out with you, dog, but you know, like, we have different, like, thought, like, we didn't really, like, I don't know, we do different stuff. That's why I wasn't always there. You know, I like to skate, you like to guns. You like guns. That's all I knew. I wasn't I didn't feel it like that. I was like, man, I don't even want to leave. I want to stay here with you, but I can't, dude. I want to talk to you. Like, I would love to just talk to you one-to-one without anybody. Like, I wish you could just get up and walk with me and could walk, but no. You can't talk. You can't do none of that.
All right, well, like you said, I gave you guys some time together.
Thank you.
No, I understand that now.
I'm coming to your trial. I'm coming to everything, all right? I'll come see you whenever I'm allowed to. I will have everything. I swear to God, every time I have the chance to see you, I will come see you.
Thank you.
I swear on everything I love, I will come see you every chance I am given. All right? No matter what happens, I'm going to come see you, all right? I'm going to come see you. I care about you, all right? I'm going to come see you, all right? I promise, I'm going to come see you every time. I care about you, all right? I care about you, dog. Like, I hope you know.
I can't wait.
You really messed up this time, like, at a point where, like, it's not even, like, a joke. It's not, no one can get you out of this, dog, like. I'll have another conversation with you another time, alright? Like, I'll try to talk to you, alright?
Like I said, I'll let you guys talk privately, but, you know, his concern to me was...
Just stay solid, alright? Just don't hurt yourself, alright? Alright? So just live your life, alright? Please, do not kill yourself, alright? You're given one life, like, you don't understand. I don't think you understand that. You're given one life. You only can live one time. Alright, don't just end it because you don't like how it is. Live your life. See how it is. Even if it's gonna feel hopeless. If it feels hopeless, you just gotta push through, dog. That's all I can tell you right now. Alright?
Okay.
Alright, Zach. Cool.
Shit. You see, I have to go. I literally can't stay here with you. Like, I want to stay here with you. I don't want to go. I don't want to go back out there. All right, and people are crazy out there right now. I do not want to go back out there, but I have to.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna come see you, bro. Please, don't forget. All right.
Okay.
When you're feeling hopeless, think about me. All right. I love you. I believe.
Well, you're going to have the chance to talk to him on the phone. They have phones and everything over there and everything else. So once he gets situated, he can call you.
Just stay solid, all right? Just be strong. Be strong for me, all right? If you're not for yourself, think of me. Be strong for me, please. Because I love you. I don't care about anybody else in my life right now. I don't care about skateboarding. I don't care about nothing. I don't care about being cool. I don't care none of that. I don't care about you right now, all right? I don't care what people think about me for thinking that I love you and I care about you. I don't care what nobody thinks. I care about you. I care about you. I don't care what other people think. I just want you to know that I love you, dog. Like, I really do. Like I feel like I had a better bond with you than mom. Like, all right, so I really gotta go. So.
Okay, then.
All right, like you said, you're gonna get the chance to talk to him once he gets phone privileges and everything.
I see you. All right. I believe you. Just stay solid for me. All right.
I will.
And try to find God. All right.
Okay.
You say you have a demon, try to find God, because God is good. God will be there for you. Just when you're thinking in your head, just try to connect with God. All right.
Okay.
Try to see, like, just try to connect with someone except besides negativity in your head. Try to think of positive things. All right.
Yes.
All right. I love you.
I love you too.
I'll see you. All right. This isn't the last time I'm gonna see you. All right.
Okay.
So just stay strong. All right.
Okay.
All right, dog.
I love you.
I love you too. I really do. I love you all my heart. I don't care about no one else but you right now. I still don't. Even when this wasn't happening, I only care about you. Sorry, that might not make sense, but. Alright.
Okay, come on, Zach. I think he understands.
If I keep talking, I'm just gonna keep jumbling my words.
No, that's why I understand. He understands what you're saying.
I have one more hug. Just one.
Go ahead, make it quick.
One hug. I want you to know, bro, I really care for you and I love you, alright?
Okay.
And you'll get through this, alright?
Yeah.
Just stay solid, alright? It's gonna suck for a while, but Alright? Just stay strong, okay?
The interrogator comes in to pour water into Nicholas Cruz's mouth. His hands are still cuffed behind his back. He is in a blue gown.
Let me see if he wants some more water before I go back to my desk. You want some more water?
Yes.
Want more? All right. Like I said, you wanted to talk to him, so I followed through for you, all right?
Thank you.
No problem. You want anything to eat?
Yes.
All right, well, same thing applies because of the things you said. I'm going to take your handcuffs off. I'm going to have to sit in here and watch you eat, all right?
That's fine.
Okay, let me see if I can find something. It may not be nothing but a couple snacks.
Okay.
His brother Zachary walks out of the interrogation room and leaves Nicholas Cruz to face the music.